Assassin's Creed Odyssey's water is amazing. And what a fortunate thing that is. The sea was vital for ancient Greece because it offered them many benefits and opportunities. The sea gave them access to food sources. It made it possible for them to trade with other regions and peoples, and to exchange goods and culture. The sea also allowed them to travel and explore new lands and to establish colonies that increased their resources and power. The sea influenced their culture and religion as they developed a maritime lifestyle and worshipped sea gods and goddesses. The ancient Greeks were among the most seafaring civilizations of their time, along with the Phoenicians, the Egyptians, and the Indus Valley people. The ancient Greeks developed advanced shipbuilding and navigational skills that enabled them to sail across the Mediterranean Sea and beyond. So, if you're making a game set in ancient Greece, you better get the water right. In a 2019 GDC talk, World Director Benjamin Hall and Art Director Thierry Dansereau said that they treated the water in Odyssey as a main character, and you certainly get that feeling when you play the game. Springs will realistically snake their way down the environment until they reach the sea and will vary in size throughout their journey to the sea. Animals may interact with them to get some water, and in smaller streams you'll find a variety of dynamic plants that does wonders for the atmosphere. When these water streams reach the shores of Greece, you'll notice that the sand is eroded more than the soil further upstream, and the beaches themselves are meticulously detailed. First, there are different varieties of beach sand. Some have a bright, almost white look, some more grayish, and others tend to be more yellow. Debris washed up from the sea will often feature among the shores, and various washed up sea plants and rocks can also be found. A nice waterline will hint at how far the water currently goes up the beach, and looking at the water itself, you'll notice a nice dynamic sea foam rolling in with every wave that interacts with the environment and dynamic objects. And if you zoom out, you'll see the land slowly disappearing below the surface of the sea as the water depth increases. The further out you take your ship, the larger waves you'll experience, and with that some impressive splashes as your ship interacts with the water. Some areas feature a more brownish full color, while others have a beautiful holiday-like clear sea. What's always the case is that the surrounding land areas incorporate the sea realistically. There are sprawling docks with materials and wares being shipped out and received. People will bathe and play in the water, while others are simply looking to catch some food. Fish will be on racks being dried by the sharp sun. This really works for me, as all of this hints at the sea's role in the Greek world. It is always there, and its importance cannot be understated. From a technical standpoint, it also has great interaction with the player and dynamic objects that realistically get jostled around by the waves. Characters will get wet by the water, and the player character will try to shake some of this water off when exiting the sea. And this attention to water detail can also be seen in the rain. When raindrops land on soil or sand, you'll see that it makes an initial wet spot that fades out with time. And do not get me started on how the sun and the moon is reflected in the water. Entire industries built around and supported by the sea are prevalent throughout the world. Massive shipbuilding yards can be found, and you'll very often find marble blocks being unloaded or ready for shipping. One unique area is the part of Kythera where purple dye is being produced from sea snails that are caught in this very same location. Ubisoft simply didn't need to do all of this. They didn't need to add a dynamic foam to the water. They didn't need to add naturally eroding beaches. They didn't need all of this stuff to sell the water effects. but they added it, and I really appreciate that. And it's not just the water, they add so much to the buildings, to the nature, to the materials of the world. This sense of detail and technical artistry is repeated throughout the game, and I just chose to focus on the water in this video.